pointed earlier when you said acceptance, right? Was there something that popped up for you around that, around acceptance and or lack of acceptance?
Sure, because in that moment I remember that there were aspects of what happened that I was like, this is not that bad. It's not as bad as everyone's making it out to be. So I can't accept what everyone else is saying. I can only accept what I feel in my body and what I think is possible, and it doesn't have to be this like detrimental end of the world thing. It's what happened. This is just what happened, and I'm gonna be fine, and I was fine.
It's interesting how that same mindset can be applied to, I mean, anybody who's listening and watching this, but even to your life now currently, where it's going to be okay. I can accept what's happening. This is what's happening now. What's up?
No, you're right.
And we could use this as a seed to water it, to build upon it, or to have it blossom and grow and to move forward. And there's something else too. I would love to go deeper on that too, but there's something else too that stuck out to me, where the doctor had said to you that it was a perfect break.
Yes, and he used that terminology.
You have, and we don't have to go into the full story about this, but you also have a scar on your lip.
Oh, yeah.
Where it was the perfect cut. It was the perfect break, right? There's a lot of perfect breaks in your life. There's a lot of things that have happened where, I would say the dark ages, it looks like if you were to look at your life on a scale or on like some sort of road or row, the dark ages were like 19 to what, 24, 19 to 22 or 3?
You know more about that than I do.
Well, just from
you're the history buff.
Well, just from for your life.
Oh, I thought you meant like 19.
Oh, 19 something. No. 19 years of age.
The dark ages, I would say, were 21 through like 24, 25.
Yeah. You still don't even include your the spinal break.
I broke my back.
What do you mean by that?
My back is broken.
What, a vertebrae or what portion?
Spinal.
No, because that was like a month or two of my life that was like no big deal. Like, oh, you just got to be out of the game and then you're good.
Yeah. It's okay. So like,
where are you going with this?
Because it's the thing that we don't see. We don't. The thing that happens that we don't see tends to be the thing that pulls the strings behind the scenes. And even though it wasn't that impactful, you at one point thought you were never going to walk ever again.
I had the thought, yeah.
If the thought comes in and the thought went, you were resisting that whole scenario, which I think is badass, where someone's telling you you're fucked for the rest of your life, and you're like, I'm going to show you how fucked that is, because I'm not buying into that, right?
Yeah.
So we tend to, it's kind of like this. It's kind of like when people talk about like addiction, right? The relapse isn't when the person actually went back into doing whatever they're doing, right? Whether it be sex, food, substances, whatever. The relapse happened already in the mind, way before the actual physical consumption or whatever it is for that person. And so I see that parallel too in life, where when we see an event happen or we experience an event, that's the effect, right? The cause was something on the mental, vibrational, frequency plane, right? The energetic plane. So it's just like when we manifest things in our life. When we want something to happen, when we want to have an experience, we have to plant those seeds in our minds, right? We hold an image, we get in tune with what it is that it's going to feel like, look like, we align ourselves to it. Then it shows up, right? And the way to keep recreating something that we don't want is to be reactive to what the effect is, and then we use our emotion, thoughts, and all that to then push it forward, right? To perpetuate it forward where we keep running into it. And that's how we create cycles.
Yeah.
So my point is that it begins where we don't really see it begin. And I think there's something there. This isn't a therapy session. I'm just saying there's just something there that I see where I think it's a beautiful, something there to be explored is profound.
Sure.
And that's all it is. And I'm seeing that pattern with you rising above the shit that has been thrown at you, and that makes you badass.